The Chino and Homeboy podcast. Check it out.
The Chino and Homeboy experience.
America's Homeboy jacks off all night, all day.
Welcome to the show, dude. Thanks for having me. I ain't never been on a podcast before. I'll try to be gentle. Now, I don't need you coddling me like I'm some child. I'm a big boy. I could take anything your liberal ass could dish out. That's what I'm talking about. So what you got, homeroom? The fuck? Anyway, so why are Republicans supporting Canadian truckers in Canada? Because they're fighting the good fight against tyranny and oppression. Tyranny and oppression? What tyranny and oppression? You know, the same tyranny and oppression that's going on here in the U.S. What are you talking about? You know. Indulge me. Pretend I'm an idiot and I don't know. That won't be a stretch. But you know, the mask mandates and vaccine mandates. Oh, you mean the public health initiatives? Hell yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But how's that tyranny and oppression? Because they're treating the unvaccinated like the Jews during the Holocaust. Whoa, I didn't know that. Right? So you're saying that the Canadian Mounties are forcing themselves into people's homes, dragging them out into the streets, and jabbing them in the arm against their will? Huh? What? Well, I don't know about all that. So that's not happening? Well, I mean, so that's definitely not happening. I mean, not yet. It could still happen. Right. And you're saying that oppression and tyranny is happening here? Yeah. But I don't see the police and the military physically forcing people to take the vaccine, so I don't understand how you call the mandates oppression and tyranny. Because look at that couple who tried to eat at a New York City restaurant, but couldn't because they didn't have their COVID passports. Well, I mean, doesn't the restaurant have the right to refuse service to anyone? Well, they're discriminating against us, the unvaccinated. They're segregating us. Isn't that a stretch? How? Well, before the pandemic, some restaurants had a jacket and tie policy. You couldn't eat in their establishment unless you had a jacket and tie. You're telling me that's oppression and tyranny? Well, I don't know about all that, but they're still segregating us. I see. So are the people without vaccine cards not being allowed to ride in the front of buses? Are they being denied home ownership in specific areas of the city largely owned by the vaxxed? Are they being denied rental housing in buildings largely inhabited by the vaxxed? Well, I don't know about all that. Bro, I think you're confusing inconvenience with oppression. What about people getting fired for refusing to get vaccinated? Again, those are private businesses establishing health policies to protect their workers. I mean, by your standard, people who have to wear hard hats on a construction site for their safety is oppression and tyranny. Well, I don't know about all that, but it's a slippery slope, right? Once they start mandating everyone to wear a mask and get vaccinated, and they're mandating you to turn in your guns, then they're rounding up the unvaxxed in trains and then injecting them with Gates's microchips and doing experiments on them. But dude, the mask mandates are being lifted across the country. Yeah, in red states, but what about the communist blue states? Yeah, in blue states too. Well, then I'm gonna get vaccinated. Why the change of heart? Because the liberal blue states want all of us unvaccinated to stay unvaccinated so we all die. And then they can take over the red states in the country and establish their commie socialist utopia with free health care for everyone, a basic income that covers Americans' basic needs for food and shelter, and regulating all these predatory corporations that have been fucking Americans in the ass since the Reagan years. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let the libs get away with that. They'll have to pry this mask off my face from my cold, dead hands.
Hey, what's up, homies? You like that shit? Then hit up that like button. Let us know what you think in the comment section. And if you didn't like that shit, then we hope you have a better time fucking yourself. The rest of you homies, go check out another video. Peace.